Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. Very excited that you're here joining me today. This is going to be a very quick 30-minute session, and we've got a lot to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and kick us off with, again, welcome. Thank you all for joining. So a lot of new exciting new features to cover from what Google has recently launched. Google just changed the rules again, and they're going to probably change them again and again soon. But this is the biggest push for AI that we're at yet, and we're going to unpack what it really means for your ads, for your leads, and for your budget. And so it'll be an honest, quick walkthrough of Google's Marketing Live 2026 and how it introduced a ton of new features, extended tools, and I'll be covering those top picks that will save you time, improve your efficiency, and what it means for your lead quality and performance overall. So lots of exciting stuff to cover today, and questions also worth asking before you begin making any changes to your account with all of these new fancy things. So while we're waiting for, I do see people still pouring in, let's go ahead and test out the question box. I love asking this. In the question box, type in where you are tuning in from. I'd love to know where you're joining us today. I am based out of Dallas, Texas. Okay, I see some responses coming in. I'm going to call out a few of you. It's really cool to see the widespread of attendees, how we all kind of come together for this. It's really cool. I love it. We got Philadelphia. Welcome, Chris. We have Alabama, Orlando, Florida, Chicago. Go Cubs. Raleigh, North Carolina. I will be in Asheville, actually, this weekend. We got Mississippi, Maryland, Athens, Georgia, Vancouver, another Floridan, Boston. I love the widespread. Let's go. Another Georgia. A lot of Florida. I wish I could call every single one of you, but today's session is only 30 minutes, and I've got so much to unpack. But thank you all for coming all over to join us today. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to kick off with a few housekeeping notes. So today's webinar will be recorded, so no need to take any notes. Our recording will be posted on the Local IQ YouTube channel and also WordStream's YouTube channel if you want to run it back. And all of the materials that you see here today in the presentation will be sent directly to your inbox. And then also, definitely engage with me in the comments throughout the presentation, but we will have a live Q&A at the end where I'll be ready to take all of your questions after we cover it all. Before we begin also, I want to just make sure we're on the same page of who Local IQ is. Local IQ is how businesses like yours attract and retain the ideal customer. We get you inside the right track with an all-in-one digital marketing platform that has specific vertical data from over 5 million campaigns. And we get you on the right track with a personalized approach with local and human expertise. And we also take you a step ahead with an AI-powered lead management tool that helps you follow up faster and convert more customers. We are an award-winning partner and with Google. So all of the things we're covering today, we are a proud partner, premier partner of Google. And all of these badges that you see here, we are very happy, we're very proud of because it takes a lot of work, all of our experts, our team, we put a lot into this, into the outcomes that we give our customers. Your growth is our growth, so a lot to be proud of here. A little bit about me. So my name is Alexandra Howard. I am 9 years into digital marketing and brand management. I got my undergrad in Louisiana in digital marketing and then my master's in executive management in Ohio. So, but brings me here today as brand manager of Local IQ. Even though I've dabbled in sales, I've built end-to-end campaigns in search, you name it, video campaigns. I ran my own marketing agency actually for several years. But grateful to be here with you all today to connect with you. I am based out of Dallas, Texas, and I absolutely love when attendees will add me on LinkedIn afterwards and tell me their feedback about the presentation or if they had any questions that we couldn't get to during the live Q&A. So please add me on LinkedIn and stay connected. Also, stay connected with us across all of our social media channels for Local IQ and WordStream, where we will be delivering all of the best tips and solutions for your digital marketing needs. So, quick agenda today, 30 minutes. Quick recap of Google Marketing Live and what those updates mean to you, what they mean for your ads, your leads, and your budget, and some closing thought starters, and then I'll answer all your questions. But first, if you've attended our sessions before, you know that I love to keep you on your toes. So I want to kick us off with a pop quiz. Type into the question box. Do you usually find out about new Google updates from Google itself, or do you find out somewhere else first? Do you have a go-to source like WordStream or a marketing newsletter or an expert friend, or do you do the research yourself? I would love to know how you find out about the Google update. And I'll call a few responses here. Newsletters. Yep, in fact, I actually questioned the other day if I am subscribed to too many, because I will be like 6 a.m. sharp getting blasted with newsletters, but I love them. So finding Google updates through newsletter, Google itself, directly from Google, email updates from Google, industry news, only when I see it on Google. Well, when Google has an update, they're very loud and proud about it. So somewhere else. Okay, good to know. We got a good mix here. Okay, let's dive in. So now let's do a quick recap on Google Marketing Live 2026. So for those of you that did not tune into this or are not aware or know what this is, so Google Marketing Live is Google's highly anticipated annual event that offers advertisers and really the rest of the world a look at the latest ad innovations and across search, YouTube, and more. And this year's event was, not surprisingly, an AI love fest. In fact, the biggest theme of Google Marketing Live 2026, AI wasn't the biggest thing at the event, it was the only thing. There wasn't a single update that didn't heavily incorporate agent or generative AI during this year's Google Marketing Live. The keynote speech, that's not a surprise, but it really is a reminder of where marketing is as an industry. So what's really changed? So first, we're going to look at what's really changed for ads. Ads are conversational, and there's been lots of shifts in search experiences. I'm sure you've noticed if you've looked up on anything on Google lately, it is now all AI-driven search. And new metrics, and there's better data, new tools, and automation. So now let's break them down and what it means for your business. So, new ways to show up on search. AI mode, Gemini written ads, smarter offers. The search results in Google do not look the same like they used to. So what's new with the search world? Conversational discovery ads. Ads are now written into AI mode's response, not next to it like it used to be. It's now a natural part of AI mode's response, where Google uses Gemini to match both the ad to the query, the question that the user is asking, and the AI-generated response surrounding it. So the ad feels more relevant to the conversation that's already happening from the question that the user ignited it with. So, and then we got highlighted answers. So when someone searches for recommendations in AI mode, it's like best apps learning Spanish before a trip. Google now serves a curated list of those suggestions, and your ad can be a part of those suggested best, tips or best apps that it can be a part of that list of recommendations. So what does this really mean? More visibility for sure, but what this means for your search ads is adapting your message for those new conversational ad formats is critical. And the keyword targeting is really no longer enough by itself. You're going to be bidding on intent and visibility and more of that, again, natural human-like conversation phrase. And the context is so important and visibility is harder to win. And so your ads have to be dynamic, contextual, and ready for that conversational interaction. Gemini-powered search, or Gemini-powered ads for search. So AI-powered shopping ads were announced. Google's Gemini now writes the shopping ad copy matched to each individual search. So rather than showing up a generic product, title, and price, the ad surfaces the specific attributes most relevant to the user's question. And now there's AI agents within ads. So new agent inside the ad can answer questions and can even hand you a pre-qualified lead. But okay, a lead that's already had a conversation before it reaches you is great, right? We can all say that that's awesome. The real question is though, is what's happening the 10 minutes after that lead lands, right? So what happens in the next 10 minutes is what turns into revenue. So yes, big pro, Google's getting smarter about starting the conversation, right? But having a platform like ours in place to make sure that that lead doesn't go cold once it lands in your hands is one of the most common gaps for lost revenue. Quiz, keeping you on your toes, check in to make sure you're still with me. So in one word, type into the question box, how do you feel about keeping up with Google Ads changes lately? In one word. My one word, exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, it sometimes keeps me up at night on how fast AI has taken over our everyday experiences. And I know it's only the beginning. So I would love to know, what is your one word on how you're feeling about keeping up with all of these updates that are constantly being thrown at us from Google? Overwhelmed, amen. Dizzy, exhausted, annoyed, both. I am not alone. I'm not alone. Conned. Ooh, okay. Fine, challenge. I feel that on a spiritual level. Overwhelmed. Okay, worried, fast-paced. Yeah, I mean, I think we all in the shared space feel the same. It is overwhelming and it's fast. And like I said, I really just only believe that this is just the beginning. But have no fear. That is why we all come together to join and learn how to improve our marketing and navigate all of the different crazy updates. So let's talk about, this is actually one of my favorites updates that was presented on Google Marketing Live this year. I'm all about, as I'm sure everyone with me today is, loves a seamless, convenient, personalized experience. So especially when it comes to travel. And so Google's direct offer ads will now include those travel partners like Booking.com and Expedia to surface those special offers with an AI mode, trip planning results. And then also there's promotional bundling. You can now upload a variety of promotions like discounts, giveaways, local coupons, and Gemini will assemble the most relevant offer to each specific search that user's looking for. And the new native checkout lets shoppers buy directly from the ad, no extra click. So this matters because obviously less promotional work is awesome. Automated offering matching is a real-time saver, right? But it's also automating a decision that affects your margin. So easiest to convert and best for your margin aren't always the same offer, and they definitely don't mean the same thing. But I absolutely actually love this update. So now let's walk through what some of Google's new updates means for lead quality, performance, and data. Finally, we're going to kick this off. So better quality data. This is really what a lot of these tools that were announced on Google Marketing Live covered. So kicking off with new campaign type attribution for demand gen is a big win. Finally, clean numbers on demand gen. Google, it specifically previously duplicated reporting, and it blurred out, results and what it would show where those conversions were actually coming from, specifically to what channel that's within the demand gen. But now it does. So now you can clearly see the source of your conversions, and that those metrics will actually look more tried and true than before. And this is a real fix and a big win for Google. Next, we have Google Analytics 360. It announced that it's now pulling in TikTok, Pinterest, Snap, and Google data into one hub to make it more convenient for all of your data in one place. And lastly, we got a new metric. Like we needed another one on reporting, but I'm just kidding. This one I can actually see being very valuable, but it's still a more let's sit and wait to see how this actually is being tracked. So the new metric is qualified future conversions. And so new QFC metric predicts profitable conversions up to 6 months out. How does it do that? It does that based on ad exposures through signals like brand searches, video views, and site visits. And it's built to help long sales cycle businesses defend that upper funnel spend. And so why this matters. For all of these tools, it is better data on paper and on reporting, right? But for this example of like this new metric, it's still a forecast, not a proof. And it's Google's grading its own homework. So my advice here, these are all really exciting stuff, but I would just stick to golden rule. It's still a forecast, not a proof point, and it's Google that's grading it. Now let's talk about some tools and features to save time. All right, your creative team just got faster, and you just got a new assistant. Google built you one. So Asset Studio has now built in Gemini, Vivo, and built-in A/B testing. So this will make creating a lot faster and a little bit more advanced. But I will say, and I'm sure everybody's seen across social media, that some of these AI-generated creatives do not do justice for your branding or your brand identity and really your value or individuality. So I'd be cautious on that. But obviously, if you know how to talk to the AI to deliver it on brand for these creatives, that's the golden rule here. I think that's the best practice for it. And so the new Ask Advisor. So Google now unifies Google's AI across your ad campaigns, Google Ads, Analytics, Merchant Center. And so it can take actions on your behalf, launching a campaign, flagging opportunities. So that's great that you have a new assistant, but I still am a full believer in keeping that eagle eye on what AI actually is putting out there for you, just to have that second set of eyes to make sure, okay, is this actually the copy that I want this person that has now found my business online? Is it actually sound like our voice? Is it the right conversation? Is it providing the right answers, correct and accurate ones? And about our service and products and hours, it could be anything, right? But still, two really great advances for creative and faster efficiency. And because it's only a 30-minute session, and I love that I have kept us some time for the Slack Q&A. I know that was really fast too, but closing thought starters for all of the quick recaps. Now, basically what we just told you is more of your account can run itself now. But the question worth asking is, can you trust AI to automate decisions that affect your revenue, your return on ad spend. And so when covering the new things, right, a 6-month prediction is a bold thing to build a budget decision on. And Google can write ads for you and launch them, and auto picks promotional bundles based on what that user is looking for. Yes, these new features are great, helpful, and exciting, but like I said earlier, the easiest to convert and best for your margins aren't the same. And AI doesn't always get it right. And honestly, don't always trust Google. You want a partner who has your best interest in mind. AI is not right now running with your best interest in mind. We can talk to it all day with prompts and models, but it still takes somebody. Like, we're not against AI, right? Like, our technology is at the core of AI. I just don't think you should have to choose between AI efficiency and that real person who's got your back. And with us, you get both. Second, closing thought. So like I said earlier, all these updates, super exciting, but also new ad real estate isn't proven real estate. Test it before you trust it. And so a brand new place to get it wrong before you've ever tested it. So this is where either, going to your go-to sources, experts that have tested this or have proof points on this performance, do your research on that, or partner with an expert to advise you to see if any of these new formats and new placements that are AI generated and automated is going to do you more justice than hurt you. Last closing takeaway before we jump into Q&A, make sure your ads are dynamic, contextual, and ready for conversational interaction. And new features grant more visibility, yes, but visibility is harder to win in today's digital landscape. As you just saw, it's everywhere. Ads are now being hidden within a trusted source that you go to just Google fact check, right? And now those ads are embedded into those top recommendations. And so it's harder to gain that visibility. But it's also, again, in this new world, to adapt to that type of ad placement and to have your ads, optimized for that new experience in search, it's critical for your campaigns moving forward. And again, like I kind of said, no surprise, and it's a reminder of where marketing is as an industry. Before we go into live Q&A, I'm going to pop up a poll on the screen as a thank you for joining us today. If you want to see if your Google ads are appearing in AI search, conversational experiences, you can find out for free. So I highly recommend signing up for this to see where you stand now with the new search experience, user behavior, then if AI is actually helping your conversion, not just your visibility. And the audit's free, and so nothing to lose, only insight to gain. If you're interested, click yes on the poll. If not, that's totally okay. But while everybody is answering the poll, I'll go ahead and kick us off for live Q&A. So I did see a couple questions come through, and I'm really looking forward to answering these. So let's check it out. Gosh, I feel like I just went super fast in such a short amount of time. Like, I threw a lot at you guys. So I'm sure you do have a lot of questions. But speed round, quick 30 minutes. Unpacking a lot, right? Worth your time. Okay, let's see what we got. What do you trust to research the right conversational phrases and keywords for your campaign? Fantastic question. Okay, go to keyword research tools. Actually, WordStream's got a free one that's a really great resource that's been cited by Moz, Search Engine Land. So I definitely recommend WordStream's free keyword tool. Another one, Google itself. Google has a keyword planning tool. So you can go in and see the volume for that question, like if it's like the near me conversational, but again, like now it's in question format, like what would be best for my lawn because X and Y Z is happening to it. So that person engages there, and Google will be able to tell you exactly kind of those structured based queries like that, what the cost would be, what the visibility, the volume is. So that's also a really good research tool for helping out your keyword phrases. Which of the Google Marketing Live announcements do you think will be the most impactful? I really think it's the AI mode taking over search totally. Like, you don't go in Google without, it's now within AI. So to me, it's now, we're all gonna have to become more aware of what is an ad, a sponsorship, and then what's not. But Google's getting really good at hiding it. I think that is the biggest update from Google Marketing Live, just the new search experience, and how, though, it is an advantage to marketers to engage naturally with customers in a conversational way, but also for user experience, you just got to keep an eagle eye out on, okay, is this just a sponsored recommendation, or is this really what's best for what I'm trying to solve for? Good question. Okay, how can I see? Oh, I'm sorry. Like right now we have the other gallery turned off. So, but we can send you a couple of the side chats or the top takeaways that we answered. Multiplications. What's this mean? I manage multiple locations. Can ask advisor discern that and still provide insight? You know, it's worth testing. That doesn't mean you've got to implement it, right? But depending on what you're trying to solve for and managing, I guess it could be launching campaigns for multiple locations and the whole build out, it's worth a test. You don't have to launch it. You can see what it actually builds out for you. But again, just because obviously, especially local multi-location, all of them are different. The demographics, the people, the area, like everything is different. So for it to actually optimize your ad based on that specific location and that what that economy looks like locally, and that's going to be a challenge, but I mean, it's worth testing, I would say. But I still rely on human expertise to be that eagle eye and to hear you and learn your brands across each specific location, rather than Google relying on the information it knows about, you know, with all of these, it's pulling from different sources. It depends, right? Good question, though. I've got time for one more. Okay, are these new updates available now and beta still rolling out? When will they be accessible? Majority of these have been rolled out. I don't think the travel planner has been rolled out yet for the direct offer, but I know the native shopping has, and what was the other one? But yes, so I think that hasn't been rolled out. I think the agent is still in beta too, but yeah. Majority of what we covered today is already ready to go. We're at time. Okay, thank you all for joining this super fast, quick recap of all of Google's new updates. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And yeah, check back with us soon. Thank you.